Well, VOSD is live again on your screen. Voice is SINOE exclusive. Well, VOSD is live again on your screen. All right, good.
Okay, you're not able to take care of Babu Nebo. You're not able to bust the rata Babu Nebo. Also, Monkey calm down. Oh, Monkey calm down. Monkey calm down. Oh, Monkey calm down. Monkey calm down to you. Monkey calm down to you. Monkey. Also, Monkey calm down to you. Monkey calm down to you. Monkey calm down to you. Once upon the time, in the jungle, there lay so many animals and so many trees. During the day, there were no restriction. Anytime, any day, anyone used to corrupt and go stay free in the jungle, yeah. After they realized that everything was good, I said everyone were only after the food. Majority of the people went beyond baboon, and few people went beyond okay. The elders of the time made a big mistake. After election, they went and made a selection. So the citizen of the jungle was unsatisfied, so they decided to send another caretaker. Who love, who care, who has the ability taking care of the monkey. You're not able to take care of Babu Nebo. You're not able to bust the rata Babu Nebo. Also, Monkey calm down. Oh, Monkey calm down. Monkey calm down. Oh, Monkey calm down. Monkey calm down to you. Monkey calm down to you. Monkey. Also, Monkey calm down to you. Monkey calm down to you. Monkey calm down to you. Monkey chop. Monkey cannot get tired.
Say monkey chop yo.
Monkey cannot get tired. Monkey chop. Monkey cannot get tired. Monkey chop yo. Monkey cannot get tired.
Keeping banana and the chop stealing is a error. A Russian is a error.
Monkey cannot get tired.
Hey, we wanna live life. Have to live a good life. We wanna live life. Have to live a better life. We wanna live life. Have to live a better life. We wanna live life. Have to live a better life. We wanna live life. Have to live a better life.
You're not able to take care of Babu Nebo. You're not able to bust the rata Babu Nebo. Also, Monkey calm down. Oh, Monkey calm down. Monkey calm down. Oh, Monkey calm down. Monkey calm down to you. Monkey calm down to you. Monkey. Also, Monkey calm down to you. Monkey calm down to you. Monkey calm down to you.
Babu storm, monkey listen. You give it right, it can crack it. Babu storm, monkey listen. You give it stick, it can break it. We do your long time at Buddha, Mr. Monkey was very wicked. If we all see it with your apple, they all do that. Love is wicked. Monkey see apple, they pick it. Banana and plum, they take it. All the cuckoo food in a pocket. If we give it something, lick it. Monkey drop it, and drop it. Nana, only Babu can stop it. Monkey drop it, and drop it. Nana, only Babu can stop it. It's for all the African monkeys. All I want for them to rip it. Monkeys jump from tree to tree, hustle hustle. It ready get sick. Monkeys jump from tree to tree, hustle hustle. When I it ready get sick. Two back when monkey we catch it. That one it will not be easy. How you read, my people? I say it wicked. How you read, my people? I say it
Monkey,
wicked.
you're not able to take care of Babu Nebo. You're not able to bust the ragga babu able. Oh, soldier monkey come down, oh monkey come down, soldier monkey come down, the rock monkey come down, monkey come down, yo, monkey come down, yo, monkey. Oh, soldier monkey come down, yo, soldier monkey come down, yo, soldier monkey come down, yo. Don't jam a monkey say that away home. Don't smoke my monkey say away home. On top of monkey say away home. Oh, monkey say that away home. Away home. Away home. Away home. Away home. Let me know. Away home. Away home. Away home. My people, yeah. Away home. Away home. I'm sorry, yeah. Away home.
All right, guys. Welcome to another brand new edition of Voices SINOE in the Diaspora. With Doc Sayapode. All right, let me do a double sound check back here until you get a feedback from me, and that shouldn't disturb you. All right, let me do a double sound check back here until you get a feedback from me, and that shouldn't disturb you. All right. It looks like my sound is wonderful. All right, guys. So we have a fascinating, I should say that word right. It's a fascinating show as usual on Voice of SINOE. You know, as we show you every Monday, we are here at 3 p.m. Eastern. You know, so that's the new schedule of Voices SINOE until we have another change in schedule. But as of now, 3 p.m., even though we're 14 minutes into the show now. But remember, 3 p.m. is the time for Voices SINOE. So join us so that we can discuss the things that are going on in the U.S. and SINOE County. It's the Voices SINOE in the diaspora. And also I give it to you both from the diaspora and in Liberia, SINOE County. Periodically, we get into national politics. But we have a lot of platforms that talk about national politics or national issues. So I try to get the diaspora in place in SINOE County where I'm from. And then gradually we can we can migrate to my paternal county. You know, so right now I'm doing my maternal county. All right, so SINOE County in the SINOE County, and this is the Voice of SINOE in the diaspora. I want to play that music again for a little bit so we can build our audience. Once I come back, I will start the show. But please, as you get on, do us a favor and share the link for us. We will highly appreciate that. I'm seeing a lot of my followers, but you know, sometimes they follow the show, they don't share. Not only sharing it in groups, because I already sharing a lot of the groups of SINOE County, right, or our various platforms. All you have to do is share it on your page, and then your friends will also see that, you know, I'm live, you know. So sometimes I see people share it, but then they replicate it, they put it in the same groups that I already shared the show in. So just share it on your page, and that's all we want. I'll be right back with more on Voice of SINOE so we can start the show. Don't go away. If you can invite somebody to be part of the show, I would be grateful for that. Let me see. Let me see if I can move that and put my music. Where's my music? Yeah, you can go ahead. Pass. Great, guys, great. So yes, the song that I want to play here for my next music here. You know, this is the let me see what I got for you while we build the audience. Please share it again as you get on and join us. The show will have a lot today on Ggad. You know, they just had a convention, and so we're going to be talking a lot about Ggad today. That is the Grand Gedeans Association in the Americas. All right, let me see. Let me get to my music here that I want to play. All right. Let me see. I'll get into my song here.
No money body, 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 no money body. Sadatile grua mufanio, mambi sadatile ni amun balio. Osiane songo, kakia no osiane songo. I just want to get here and now. Mambi sadatile grua mufanio. Osiane songo, kakia no osiane songo. Your money body, your money body, your money body. Your money body, your money body, your money body, yeah. You we want know, my Zarzar, that's you we want know, my Zarzar. You are the people God, my Zarzar, that you we want know, my Zarzar. For peace and unity, my Zarzar, that you we want know, my Zarzar. Maybe you are the people God, my Zarzar, that you we want know, my Zarzar. My visa is a purple. Every purple you will lose a purple. My visa is a purple. Every purple you will lose a purple. Every purple you will lose. Every people choice. Every purple you will lose a purple. People only choice. Every purple doesn't matter what the people say. Every purple you will lose. USA what's up? Oh, Mami USA what's up? Reconciliation, Mami USA what's up? My visas are USA what's up? And unity, Mami USA what's up? Oh, my visas are USA what's up? Development, Mami USA what's up? Oh, Mami USA what's up? Reconstruction, Mami USA what's up? Oh, Mami USA what's up? Transparency, Mami USA what's up? Oh, Mami USA, accountability, USA. Oh, Mami USA, what's up? Now, I you on a Mami as a Omo, when I bow. I give a more. I'm on you, Clever, in the Jenny Adamu. Mami as a Omo, Mumbo. Now, when you play
Some music. Yeah. All right, guys. So let's get the show started here. We are 20 some more minutes into the show, and so the people will join us later. People will watch later when they get on the show. All right, so welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Voices SINOE in the Diaspora with Dark Side, Pull That Esoteric. Coming to you live from Prosper Park, Pennsylvania. Let me check my sound here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on back there. You're live from Prosper Park, Pennsylvania. Let me check my sound here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on back there. All right, I think the sound is awesome. All right, let's get the show going. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you find yourself around the world. Welcome to another edition, a Monday, brand new show. Our voice is SINOE in the diaspora with your Homo 7 dark side that esoteric. Please, as you get on the platform, I want you to please share the show for me. You don't want me to just share the information. You don't want to share the show as well. That is not fair. You know, guys. All right. So please, as I share the information with you, share it with your friends too on your page. But I noticed that you guys are shy. But if you don't want to, it's up to you. We are not. We give you the content whether you share or not. We are okay with it. I will do this for. If I can live for 500 years, I will be doing this, whether you share or not, because I enjoy what I do. All right. So welcome to the show. Welcome to the Voice of SINOE. Let me get to what I want to start the show with for today. All right. Let's do it this way. I just want to do a quick shout out to one of the staffers in the office of Honorable Zarzar. One of the female staffers in the office. She is celebrating her birthday today. So it's Lisa Barr. Lisa Barr is celebrating her birthday today. So we like to start the show with doing a shout out to Lisa. Here's Lisa right here. Lisa, I went to Liberia. I met her, the guys. You see, every leader, every successful leader must have people that work for you or that work with you. So the young people of Santa County that are working in the office of the various lawmakers, with the exception of that corrupt man, when somebody is corrupt and you are working with him, by definition or by practice, you are also fostering the person's corrupt agenda. So all the citizens of Santa County, the young people that are working with the various leaders, especially the good ones, you are doing a wonderful job for Santa County and the country as a whole. And also, we want to say happy birthday to Lisa Barr. Lisa Barr, a wonderful lady. Yeah, I want also see those glasses. I wish I could get those glasses too. Yeah, the money there. When you work in a lawmaker office. Wherever you work, it's legitimate. The guys are the ones that make the guys are the ones that make the budget for the country. Those staffers. But Lisa got my respect. She is actively involved in the politics of her country and her county. That's good. I see a lot of the females, they shy away. I don't get time for politics. Because you got to understand politics determines what direction the country goes, right? So you're talking about your education policy. It comes from politics. Your healthcare policy. Practically everything in the society, it has to do with the politics of that community. So if you do not take part in your community politics, I think it's Plato who say, if you don't participate in politics, especially those with knowledge, if you don't participate, you will be led by a subordinate or you'll be led by a fool. So I like the fact that Lisa is not sitting back. She's active. She on a motorbike, and running campaign for her favorite candidate, and that's what we're talking about. So Lisa, I want to say happy birthday to you. Wish you many more years to come. All right, that's Lisa. I want to do a shout out. If you're out there celebrating your birthday, we want to say happy birthday to you. All right, let's go to something else, to basic things that we want to get out of the way. Okay, we want to do a quick reminder. USAA 2022 National Convention in North Dakota is somewhere around the corner. It's not too far away. And so we want to keep pounding the information. And that's why sharing the information, the show is very important. Because if you share the show, people that don't know and are your friends, they will get the information. But you don't share the show on your platform so all your friends will know that you have a convention. Because in order to raise more money, you need more people to come to your convention. And how do more people get the information? is by you spreading the information. Help me, help you. But if you just want me to do it alone, well, you are not helping us. All right. And when you don't help us, you know what you are doing? You are not helping the people back home, because the essence of the convention is to get more people, and so that we can raise more money, and then we do stuff for our people in Liberia. And so that's why it's very important. It's not when I ask you to share the show, I don't want to be famous, okay? Because I'm already famous. So all you have to do is just for the information, for the people to consume the information, and that's why we ask you to share the information, the show on your platform, okay? All right, so the 2022 National Convention of the USAA is on the way, and so August, we are already in June, right? June, July, August, so it's like 1 month away. And so that's why we are asking you to beef up the energy. Help me again, help me, help us. So as I bring the show, you share, and the people will get the information as well. All right, so the convention again is in Fargo, North Dakota. You can see the flyer over there, but the hall is in Minnesota, but it's very close to closer to Fargo, North Dakota. So be part of the convention. It will be a lot of things going on. A lot of changes will be made as to the way we do things. Okay, and so that's why it's very important that you come to these various conventions, because people now oftentimes a year. Then I was also in that same category before. We criticize, we vilify the leaders, and we see all sort of things. People are not doing things right. But then they sit back. They don't want to come. Okay, how do we get your ideas when you are just sitting back and you are not getting on board to make a reform? The things that you think we are doing right or wrong, or the leaders are doing wrong, come and bring your ideas, and so that we can make the change that you want to see in the world or in the organization. All right, so join us in Fargo. The August the 4th weekend will be the National Convention of the USAA. All right, so if you will have the fabric, and the fabrics, they come in various forms like lapas, they come in hair ties, and different categories. So if you want information, reach out to the national chair lady, Manja Smith. She is very informative. She's a reservoir of information. Reach out to her. You can call the national president. She is always available. She's a servant leader, and so she's always available. Call, of course, Dr. Yapute. I'm here in Baxman. Call me. Those people, I don't have your number. That's a bad excuse. Nowadays, in the technological era, you can just call me through Messenger. You can call me via WhatsApp. Make sure they got different ways to get in contact with people nowadays. All right, so that's a little bit of the convention. The guys in North Dakota, they are not joking. President Kolo and the team, the guys are working diligently to make sure that the convention comes out pretty good. We saw they had an awareness program last night. I think the Queen actually had a little get together, in remembrance of a father that passed away. So we saw a lot of people that were with the Queen at the Queen's house yesterday. We had Delaware Valley chapter. We had a meeting here too as well, and it was great. It was glorious, I should say, put it that way as well. It was a wonderful meeting yesterday. A lot of good stuff were discussed. And also, guys, come aboard. We have new faces coming in. One of the bright young men in our community here. He contested in Liberia, Maserati County, District number 12. He was at the meeting yesterday. Lauerman Yonton, he came on board. And also you can see that things are changing. People are enthusiastic. We can be in the land of opportunity and all the resources, and then we are sitting back with the ideas, and we can amalgamate our ideas to help our people. And also the guys are saying the light through the tunnel. They say, let us play our role, and then when we leave, our children will take over. All right, so that's the convention of the USAA, August the 4th weekend. All right, let me get to something else here quickly. We are moving up. All right, so the next one here, I just want to do a shout out to our own brother and his beautiful wife. That's Rudolph Shargbeh. Okay, So Shargbeh is he got married. I think it was yesterday, day before yesterday. But I just saw the video. I saw some pictures, and I just thought the brother needs a shout out from us. He is also part of the union. He is the I don't know whether he's still the vice president for the SINOE County Association Minnesota chapter. He was serving with our own sister Constance Dopo, and also he's a wonderful guy, and he did the right thing as a leader. Set a good example for your followers to mimic. So Mr. Shargbeh and his wife, Mr. and Mrs. Shargbeh, I want to say congratulations on the exchange of your conjugal vows. That was wonderful. That's what I want to see. Let me show you this quick. Maybe I can do a quick video here. It's like a 1 minute video, so you can see a little bit of what they did for their wedding. And I will show you an image as well. Let me see here. Quick video. All right, let me do this one. Let me make it bigger. I'm not a focus right now. Without you, I'd be lost. I need you by my side for the rest of my life. Without you, I'd be lonely. Without you, I'd be weak. I need your love till death do us part. Can this be true? All right, that's just a quick video over there from the brother's wedding. So, Mr. Shargbeh and your wife want to say congratulations on your wedding ceremony. We said that's a good step to take over there. That's the couple right here. I want to say congratulations again to Mr. and Mistress Shargbeh on that big milestone. That's a great move. That's a great move to make. To do the right thing for others to follow you as a leader. All right. So that's the couple that again beautiful. He didn't do anything extravagant. Something simple and very elegant. You don't have to do that massive wedding when you have thousands of people. But he did it simple, and that was great. So I want to say congratulations again to the couple. And we wish you well in your marriage. All right, that's Mr. Shargbeh and his wife over there. Our member, when we went to the convention in Florida, he was there with us. Great guy. So, and he also leading our county chapter, SINOE County Association Minnesota chapter. He's the vice president, and so we want to say, keep on the great man. All right, let's go to something else that we want to talk about on VOSD. All right. So the next one here, we want to just bring a quick remark from the national president of the USAA. She was at the program yesterday. Ggad, Grand Gedeans Association in the Diaspora. They had a program. I think it was the convention barbecue. I think. But we were not privileged to be part of the ceremony, because of other things. I think the president did a great work, a splendid job explaining in the video, the brief remarks that she made at the program. So we say President Myers' third remarks at Ggad's convention cookout. Okay, so if you don't know, Ggad is Grand Gedeans Association in the Diaspora. Okay, that's the program the president went to. She didn't go to the board, and so been somebody who likes to support other people initiative, and because other people they do the same, and so the president said it wouldn't be right, even though she is bereaved, but she made the time to go there to show support to President Gwyan and the Ggad family. All right. So the president, let me show you the quick remark yesterday from the president, and then we'll go to the meat of the show. All right. Please stay with us. Let's say, okay, it's the right video. It's a short video, nothing long. Let's listen to what the president said. I will minimize myself after the video starts.
Please.
I'm going to be very quick. We received a letter from Ggad to attend their convention, but I just lost my mother in Liberia, and I'm on the back. And last night was like a memorial because we are going to Liberia for the funeral. So based upon that reason, we were not able to be at the program last night. I sent my secretary to be the one to go, but then his mother got sick and he was in the emergency room all night. So unfortunately, we were not able to attend. So I just decided to just come here just to say something to my people. Because as a leader, whether you are grieving or not, you stay a leader. And you have to play your role as a leader. So for me, I'm included with the responsibility to do stuff for my people, no matter what I have to do. And I will just say one or two things about Mr. Fred Gwyan, and the reason that I have to take myself on the mile to come here is because I don't care what you got to say about Fred Gwyan. I'm not going to go that route. I don't care. Everyone has their own interpretation of stuff. But one thing I do know about Fred Gwyan from the time I got to know him is he doesn't wait for invitation to attend your event. Even if you are having something at your house, he will be there. Even if he cannot be there the whole time, he will pop in. There is nothing that I did in this town that Mr. Gwyan was never there. He was always there. Even at my backyard, he will be there. So therefore, this is a susu. You do me and I do you. And I feel that we are all Grand Gedeans. Like I always say,
we do you. What are you?
My mother from Grand Gedeans.
Yes, ma'am.
The president.
I've been doing you for long.
Because my father from SINOE. So whenever Grand Gedeans are doing, I'm there. So on this, right, Mr. Taru.
They bottle your boss again. You will play for your father. Because the first one boss. So hold it tight. All right, love. Hold it. Hold your bottle.
That's for you guys to have fun here tonight. Thank you for having us, and thank you very much.
All right, so that was the president there. Brief statement, straight to the point. It's terse. So terse means brief. All right, so it's a brief statement from the president last night. So I want to say great job to the president for doing your best to represent the union at all times. You know, things are tough, but you know, you're still, like you indicated, as a leader, you are a leader, whether you bereave or not. You can be grieving all day, so the president, she had to improvise yesterday to be part of the program, to give a little package from the organization. That was true. The president said, she asked me to go and represent the organization, but then unfortunately my mom wasn't well, so I was at the hospital and the whole night. But good news, my mom is okay, so no worries. She's doing great and she's home, so I'm happy that everything is going fine. Our president, great job again for representing our union, and we didn't make a mistake to select you as our leader of our organization, a great organization. That's what we're talking about. You need somebody to show face, even in good times and bad times, to show solidarity. Like the president rightly said, President Gwyan, you can say what you think of him. I wish I would do on the show right now. I got my opinion, but yes, the brother is very sociable. He is affable. He gets around people. He is not aloof. Sits by himself. He's a very nice gentleman when it comes to socialization. He will keep quite supportive, and also that would have been a huge blunder on our part not to show up at all. But I want to say thank you to the president and those that accompanied the president to the program yesterday. All right, I'd like to turn to something else that we have on Voice of SINOE in the diaspora. All right, so I want to quickly talk about the leadership of Ggad, the new leaders. Even though it's got some old faces, and then I've seen a couple of new faces. So we say leaders elect from Ggad, 4th annual convention. All right, they had an annual convention, and new leaders were elected, headed by Mr. Gwyan himself. I followed the deliberation. I thought it was quite unique. They got their own format. They would broach, they will submit some names, and the members, they will nominate people, I should say, and then from there, they will ask the candidate to step out, and then the people will vote, so to make it simple. That's the beauty of, the bigger the organization or a country, the more complicated things get. The simpler the organization or the country, the smaller it is, the easier things run. Like in terms of leadership, selection and stuff like that. So the organization is not as big as the Sapwood Association, for example, or the Grand Gedeans Association with 22 chapters. So it's easy to just congregate in a living room or somewhere and do such thing. Like so they did their thing yesterday, and so I will just play a quick video. I'm not playing the whole thing, and see how they conduct the election, and I will say one or two things about the leaders. The leaders elect of Ggad. All right, I got some thought to share with you, so you don't want to leave. The guys, all of us, I'll go into that shortly, but let me see here. Let me get to that video that I want to play. Ggad, and that one, this one is the right one. I want this one. Yeah, you can go ahead, baby. I thought I got this video here. All right, so I think I have to go on a quick commercial here and show you that video. It's very brief, not something long. I think I posted one video twice here. All right, so what I would do is I would go on a quick commercial break here, and I will be right back to play that video for us. Let's see, musically. Let me get something here quickly, and then I will be right back. These people, they have the copyright stuff nowadays, so we are kind of, afraid to do that. But I'll be right back. Superstar, right, guys. Unfortunately, I can't find that video. I had it earlier, but we have to get going here with that video. With the deliberation. So let's talk about the leaders, the current leaders, as you see, of the Grand Gedeans Association and the diaspora. I'm not going to show you a line of everybody, just maybe the top three officials of the government, of the, if you like, the leadership of the Grand Gedeans Association and the diaspora. So Mr. Fred Gwyan was re-elected by the people for 2 years. I think he had a constitution, it calls for 2 years. So Fred Gwyan has been elected again by the people to serve them. And so it looks like Mr. Gwyan is doing something right. You know, when the people they give their authority to you twice, and that means something is going right somewhere. You know, even though I got my own observation. And just so you know, I'll be making my observations. You know the reason why? Because even if you ask Mr. Gwyan himself, when it comes to national leadership, he gives your opinion on those things, on various things, you know. So whether you are a community organization or not, if you're a community leader or not, especially those of us in this media business, we have an opinion of what we think of you or your organization, just the same way I'm open to criticism, you know, constructive one, not destructive criticism. And also, Mr. Gwyan, first of all, I want to say congratulations again on your re-election as the president of the Grand Gedeans Association in the diaspora. All right, that's Mr. Gwyan. And Mr. Levi Kind, this gentleman right here, is the vice president for Ggad. He was elected as well. Followed that process yesterday. That's Levi, the vice president for Ggad. Again, I want to say a good job and congratulations to the brother. I mean, that's great. I saw him yesterday sharing some jokes. And the Secretary General, again, is, of course, my own friend, brother, Osiris Ggad. Osiris is the Secretary General for Grand Gedeans Association in the diaspora. I mean, the amazing thing yesterday that I noticed, you know, Osiris is a powerful guy, right? I think about 4 persons were nominated. I mean, they say in addition to the Osiris himself, 4 persons, right? And all the, I mean, like the contenders, the man wasn't present, but the people were afraid of him. Everybody said no one was serious. You know, so it looks like my brother is doing something great somewhere, you know. For all the great men, my man McCarvent is saying, no, man, McCarvent, I mean, Osiris is a great guy. You know, so the guys, they all consider, and the man got elected from a distance. He wasn't present, but, you know, so that's why they say your record speaks for you, right? What you do, whether you are present or not, I mean, your record will represent you. And so, my brother, I want to say congratulations on your new assignment. Osiris is as well the secretary for the USAA Delaware Valley chapter. You know, so the brother is actively involved in the community. You know, he's not one of those people, you know, guys, education. He's, oh, no, I didn't enjoy myself. You know, no, the man is still active in his community. And also, my brother, I want to say congratulations. Of course, even though I got my view of your organization, just the same way other people got their views of the USA, and which I have no issue with. You know, but my criticism will be constructive. All right. Now, let's go to the next thing. I just want to show you some leaders of the Grand Gedeans Association, those guys that got elected. I mean, they got other people. And again, I'm not giving you the complete list of the guys that were elected by the members of Ggad. Okay, so guys, let me go to something else that I want to talk about. Let's go to Mr. Gwyan's statement from that program, from that deliberation, and that's why I wanted to play that, because it's very important that I play the statement, because I'm an evidential platform. The platform is evidential platform, and so I like to show you what I'm talking about. So I'm constrained, I'm compelled to go for a quick commercial, and I will be right back. I need to find a video so you can hear from Mr. Gwyan himself. You know, I'm not making that up. I'm not in the business of making things up here. This is the factual platform. So I will be right back to play to give my perspective on what I think.
Anu mama, superstar, anyway.
I'm back. VOSD is back. I'm here. All right, guys. Thank you for staying with me here. Let me get to what I wanted to talk about here. Let me share this video with you from the deliberation of Grand Gedeans Association and the diaspora. I mean, I saw the statement from the president of that organization. So I want to share that statement. Let me see. That's not the right one. No, that's not what I want. Why am I missing this video? Let's see. It just posted. All right, let me see. I'm making a quick mistake. I think I'm making a mistake here. It's right here. No, that's not what I want. That is not what I want. Give me a second, guys. I'm having some issues here with this video. Let's see. Let me go back. Let me get that video for you. I will get it back. Means it is. Let me device load up here. All right, perfect. It's right here. It's loading up on this one here. All right, there you go. I got. All right, now let me get to that video here quickly. I got it. Sorry for the back and forth here, but that's the when you're the producer and the reporter at the same time, you do all these multitasking. There you go. And this is the video I want to share with you. All right, this is the deliberation yesterday for the officials of, if you like, the General Assembly for Grand Gedeans Association in the diaspora when they were doing their election to elect their officers. Okay, so let's listen to this statement from the president-elect.
The CEO and the president of
have an election, so we want this is not healing, and we want everybody
the president is the current president. Now we are accepting nomination for anyone who wants to vote against Mr. Fred Gwyan, or even if Mr. Fred Gwyan will be nominated to maintain his power.
Well, before the nomination, can I just say, give me 2 minutes?
Right.
Well, I know we are here to honor what our Constitution says. And I also want to say thank you to all of you that have been with us for this duration. I'm hoping that this process will go freely and fairly, that we'll leave from here. We'll have some of the things that I experienced. When you're associated and aspirant for Grand Gedeans, even though I was the beginning of it, but I think it's for all of us. As we vote today, I want to ask all of you here and everybody else that is listening outside that please know that whichever candidate or who you elect to this position, please, you have to stand by them. I said it. Being upset with something doesn't mean that you're upset with DGAD. I'm hoping and praying that the leaders that are going to come will work to bring people back, because I know when we started GGAD, our capacity was about 150. Today, according to our records and the treasurer is there, we have about 60 members.
All right, that's the statement that I found disturbing. All right, that the statement over there. All right, so the president-elect, if you like the incumbent, he was re-elected, right? The man said when they started with about 150 members. You know, so he's saying the new leaders, though, that will come, they have a lot of work to do. You know, because when they started with about 150 members. But now they have about 60 members. All right? And I thought that was disturbing. As a leader of an organization, all right, he has been the president. He started with about 150 members. But now, I think the second term, he's reporting to the people that we have about 60 members. That's about 90 members out. Something is wrong. It reflects on the leadership style of Mr. Gwyan. What sort of leader is he? How is it that you started this thing with a certain number of people? I thought your job as a leader is to grow the organization. And the growth of an organization, you can grow in intellectual property, you can grow in development, you can grow in membership. And so in the area of membership growth, the president of the Grand Gedeans Association in the diaspora, President Fred Gwyan, if you ask me, he failed in an area. He reported to us from 150 members, now there are about 60 members. And so what were you doing, sir? That's the question. What was the president doing? You are giving responsibility or responsibilities by the members of that organization that you are leading. And you say, okay, when I took over, or when we started, it was about 150 members. But now we have about 60 members. What something is it's a leadership problem right there. So the question is Mr. Gwyan a good leader? Or in the other sense of the word, is he a bad leader? You know, the word bad can be, interpreted different ways. You know, like a knife, right? If you have a knife, a dull knife is a bad knife, because the telos of a knife is to be sharp to cut things. All right. So the word bad, as I'm using it, when it comes to growing the membership of GGAD, Mr. Gwyan did not do a good job, according to what he himself said to us. From 150 members to 60 members. Now, I can also conjecture, I might be wrong, but I can opine that given the radical deduction or reduction in the membership of the Grand Gedeans Association in the diaspora, we can deduce that the people are not in favor of the establishment of another organization. That's how it seems to me. Because if the people are gravitating towards you, he was the president of the Grand Gedeans Association in the Americas, and they made some allegations against him. And in the fight, in the process of that, he was ousted by the board of directors. And then in the process, Mr. Gwyan established his own organization. And you have to understand the organization he was leading. It has 22 chapters by last count. Okay. And so he left and created his own organization. They went to court, and the court compelled the brother to change his name. Okay. So he changed the added D to his name. Now, at their fourth annual convention, they the president of that organization, Ggad, is telling the members, we started at about 150 members, but now we are 60 members. And so I thought, had the people of Grand Gedeans Association been beyond President Gwyan, the 22 chapters, maybe they would have come behind, or he would have had majority of the members of the 22 chapters. All the chapters would have supported him. But the last time I checked, Mr. Gwyan, I don't know whether he has a chapter of the 22 chapters in the Grand Gedeans Association. No, he doesn't. And then the minute group of people that follow him, he reported to us that out of the 150, about 60 left right now. So 90% left Mr. Gwyan. I mean, they should send a message to Mr. Gwyan that it is time to come home. It is not a good signal. I mean, the new leaders, the guys that are elected with you right now, well, they can work hard. But when the people are disenchanted when they don't agree with you, which from the indication, what I'm saying, they don't agree with Mr. Gwyan. Again, when you have 22 chapters of in the organization or in a union, and you started when you defected, you had 150 members, and out of the 150 members, you said you reported you got 60 members left. About 60 left right now. It shows that the people are not in favor of you. And so the members of the Grand Gedeans Association yesterday, I don't know what were the indications that they were looking at, because the organization is a members-driven organization. You generate your proceeds from members' contribution and those things. And so when you have the radical reduction in membership, on what grounds are you electing Mr. Gwyan again as the president? Do you want the man to reduce the membership from 60 to what? To 0? The man is reporting this is the General Assembly of the organization. And the man is telling you, I took the organization from 150 members to 60 members. But yet the people elected Mr. Gwyan for the second time. And so I don't follow the logic. I don't follow it. And the people, they nominated him yesterday, and nobody could challenge him and say, Mr. Gwyan, based on what you said right now, we have to resuscitate the organization. We need a new face to take the organization in a new direction, because by virtue of the fact that you are reporting to us from about 150 members and not to 200 or 2,000 members, but we have 60 members. That tells you that you are not the right face for the organization. It's time to change. And so for the next 2 years, we want to see what's going to happen. What is Mr. Gwyan going to change the situation right now? But I am told Mr. Gwyan is waiting to reconcile, to come back home, which is a good move. That's how it's supposed to be. You know, as a community, as a nation, we shouldn't be in the habit of every time we have disagreement, then we say, oh, I'm going away, we break away. It does not make you strong. It does not show that you are a strong leader. It just shows that you are a divisive person. That's what it shows. And so, if you have a challenge with your brothers and sisters, Mr. Gwyan, you try to harmonize that. You try to find a solution to it. But when you defect, or if you are like our brother, Mr. Gio, he said he was a legitimate man of the organization. Now, when he went to court, or when we went to court, I wish he's mimicking your example, because Mr. Gio is copying Mr. Gwyan, and they reference the Grand Gedeans Association in Americas, which I think, if you ask me, it's a bad example to reference. You know, he can't reference Grand Gedeans Association. If he had the organization next to EULA, which was the largest and most vibrant organization in the Americas, and then somebody who was the head of that organization, the person divided it, and somebody will reference that man. No, that's not a good reference to make. No, it's not a good reference. Abraham Lincoln in this country, in the United States, when it started, it was a serious problem. It was a fight. The Southerners, they wanted slaves, and the Northerners, they don't want. There was a huge fight. Abraham Lincoln did not say, you know what, I will divide America. No, He stayed the course in the midst of the challenge, and the country remains together. And that's why the people, they reference Abraham Lincoln as a good leader. But I see the same Mr. Gwyan is a good leader. He cannot hold our union together. And then the organization he established, he is reporting to us from 150 members, we now have 60 members. What sort of milestone is that? You can't say that. Even if it is the case, I know you're trying to be honest, but that in politics we call that a gaffe. You know, when a politician says something that he doesn't have to say, and that's what Mr. Gwyan did to himself. It was a shot in the leg, if not in the neck. You serious? And I was listening to that yesterday. That statement was disturbing. And so it is incumbent upon Mr. Gwyan, because from the local things, the Grand Ggad is falling apart. That's what it means. And so he's urging, he said, those of you or those of us that will take over, we have to work hard. Because our membership going down. Why is that so? Have we done the feasibility studies why people are running away? Why? That's 90% decrease. That's a huge number. That's a huge number of people that defected from the Grand Gedeans Association, or that staying away, that are becoming lackadaisical, that are not interested. That is not a good lead. It doesn't reflect on you on a good pace. And so I thought the members, they made a mistake yesterday based on the report of Mr. Gwyan himself. It was a mistake to have re-elected him. What is the fate now? Is he going to reduce the members from 60 to what? 20? Or to 0? Where is the Grand Gedeans Association and diaspora going right now? But I love the fact that Mr. Gwyan, I'm told there are overtures from him with respect to uniting, coming back to the Grand Gedeans Association, which we have to do. It is very important that the Grand Gedeans Association in the Americas stays together. I mean, these things, they are not rocket science, they are not thermodynamics, they are not particle physics, they are not epistemology, they are not metaphysics. No, it's just something basic. You live in the United States of America, and you have Grand Gedeans Association in the Americas. The organization is growing. It's getting bigger and bigger. 22 chapters. And then they give you leadership. And then you radically divided the organization. And then the organization that you are leading is also divided. It's a failure on the part of my friends. Levi Madison failed. My man, Bobby Tudor failed the people. That's a failure. It's a failure on the part of Bobby Tudor, because these are the guys that were crusading for the decoupling of the Grand Gedeans Association. And I can vividly remember, I said, Bobby, you guys cannot do this. And I said, I am a son of Grand Gedeans County as well. And they said, oh, that man is a man. He shouldn't talk in out in here. And I said, no, genealogically, you don't know my root. Biologically, you don't know my root. So you can't say I am not from Grand Gedeans County. Even if I'm not from Grand Gedeans County, guess what? I mean well for Grand Gedeans, because my goal here is I want all the counties to do well. So when Grand Gedeans does well, Liberia does well. When SINOE does well, Liberia does well. When Nima County is doing good, Liberia is doing good. When Lofa is doing good, Liberia is doing. So my intention is for all the various counties, all various counties organizations to be good. And so I saw my brother Levi and Bobby Tudor. They were robustly campaigning against the establishment of their own father, Honorable Bones. And I saw the young man. I said, no, this is the wrong route you're going. I am the sage of Nima Mountain, of Jida Mountain, Nima Mountain, SINOE River, whatever. I am the wise man that the elders, they coronated, they crowned me to free the people from bad leaders. And so my man Bobby Tudor didn't listen to me. Levi Madison did not listen to me. And these guys were they were on Facebook and writing theses, they're writing directorial, polemics all over the place. And I was telling the brothers to stop, because this is your father's legacy, and you are destroying the way you are doing. And they were not listening to me. And then they did not listen to me. And what I was talking about then, and that's what they are doing right now. Where is Levi Madison? I got his picture somewhere. I got his picture. Did he run away? Yeah, I got Levi. And Levi, these guys were writing and they were talking and it's doing all these things. I said, no, guys, you are going the wrong route. You are going the wrong route. And they don't listen to me. And so the organization, the gentleman that is supported, the man reported to us, Grand Gedeans Association, at the 4th annual convention. Mr. Gwyan said, we started with 150 members, but now we are at 60 members. And that should embarrass McCarvent. That should embarrass Levi. It should embarrass my man, even my man that just got on board or series should not have joined Mr. Gwyan. The guys should have been neutral. They should have been new faces and agitating for the unity, for the unification of the Grand Gedeans Association, and not to take side with somebody who divided our community. And that's why I'm not in support of my man's decision. My own friend, my brother, he go join somebody who divided your organization, your community. What sort of legacy are you putting behind yourself? What kind of record are you building? I'm here to correct my brothers, my friends, and my enemies as well. I'm here I want you to do the right thing. You can't join. The best you could do is, since Mr. Gwyan is showing signs of unity, you work with a brother to bring the organization together. Bring them back to guys that defected. Bring them under the umbrella of the Grand Gedeans Association in the Americas. And not to join him, to have a separate agenda. Unless your presence on board is to merge the GGAD with the Grand Gedeans Association, that's a good move. But as is right now, it's like you want to make peace and somebody's Ekimo, back during the war in Liberia, Ekimo making peace, right? And then Ekimo go join one of the warring faction. At that point, Ekimo, you are not a peacemaker anymore. You are taking side. You can't do that. You can't say you are a peacemaker and then you say, oh, in order to bring peace, I have to join one of the rebel factions. What kind of peacemaker are you? And so I was totally disappointed. In my good frame, I respect those guys up to now. But I thought they blown up. Mr. Bobby Tude, Mr. McCarvent, and all those that joined Mr. Gwyan, they blown up. If you have a big organization, if you have a big country, you will have rigid, rigorous disagreement, robust debates over issues. Because if you have a lot of people, you will have a lot of perspectives. People will be thinking about things. Your ability to compromise with different ideas, to make certain people to follow you, people that don't agree with you, it shows that you are a leader. But when you have challenges and you say, no, I'll form my own group. So in the new group you are right now, when you have challenges too, you will divide it again. That doesn't show leadership. And so, Mr. Gwyan, I don't know where the Grand Gedeans Association in diaspora will be heading. My man Osiris, he has made a decision, and I think it's a blown on his part. I have to bring McCarvent here. McCarvent here, because he's one of the guys. And we debated the issues. And I told them, brother, I love you guys. And I love the Grand Gedeans Association in the Americas. Because when you have 22 chapters, the next thing you are going to 23. That's growth. It's called growth. You can't spoil it. Especially when it is the legacy of your father. Your father. The honorable man made a good decision to give you an organization. And so you can't be the one to divide it. You can't be the one. Let me bring McCarvent here quickly. McCarvent, I'll put a picture here, but you ran away. I'll bring the man, my own man. Yes. My own man. You're my own man. My man was Siri Blanner. He shouldn't be joining Mr. Gwyan. He should be crusading to bring the organization together. You can't go join them, man. No. You can't go join them. And somebody says, oh, why you don't talk to the man behind the scene? My man, we talked. When you disobey the wise man, then you have a problem. Oh, yes. That's the big problem for me. Yes. That is the problem for me. I want you to be a unifier. Osiri was right. When it comes to the USAA, he said the organization should be together. And so he came on the side of the union. And so I wanted Osiri to have replicated that. To say, you know what, I want the Grand Gedeans Association to be together. And therefore, in any case, I will join Mr. Ubote. Do I like Mr. Ubote? No, but the idea is Mr. Ubote is representing the union. And so at the next convention, if you don't like Mr. Ubote, you can bring new leaders, new people to replace him. And then you'll carry the direction where, the direction you want the organization to go, it will go there. But you guys will join Mr. Gwyan to divide. And that's my man Levi. And I must talk to Levi because I think I must speak to Levi when after his speech, and then I will speak to the brother. But I think the organization they joined, they did not do a good job. Maybe, who knows, it can change though. I'm not saying it's not going to change, but for the first couple of years, and the man is giving a report, and he's saying from 150 members, about 150 members, and now we have about 60 members. That was a poor performance in the area of membership growth, and that is very important to the organization. If you have an organization, if you are running an entity as a CEO, and you say you started with 2 members, and you start going to 3 and 4 and start growing, right? It shows that you are growing, but if your membership going down, then you are not leading. You are not leading. And so that's the situation. So McCarvent, let's switch gear to the next thing, and that was a disturbing statement from Mr. Gwyan yesterday. And then when I heard it, and he said that, I said, why would the man say that? That statement was disturbing. It was quite disturbing yesterday. This show here is exclusively, I got one thing on SINOE County though, but it's granted, I told you, I am dealing with the diaspora community and SINOE County, and by extension, Grand Gedeans County. And then I will start going around gradually, start to correct things. Yes, the idea of breaking us apart and putting you into different counties and different, for counties, for administrative, governance, for, so we can, it's a leadership, but when you start breaking it down to tribes and to quarters and to, different groups, it doesn't make us stronger. It weakens us. And that's my point. And so I don't want anybody to come support any group that will be dividing our people. No, not even my own friend, my own brother. He's my brother. He's not my friend. Osiri. Osiri cannot support Mr. Gwyan. No. Whether Mr. Gwyan is building skyscrapers in Grand Gedeans, it's not the right route to go. The right route to go is to stay with Grand Gedeans. And so, like you have Grand Gedeans County, and Mr. Fred Gwyan say, you know what, I don't want to be part of Grand Gedeans again. I want to get my own county. Like that, how it looks like. This organization is Grand Gedeans Association in the Americas. And so by dividing that organization, by having your own group, you are telling, you don't want to be part of Grand Gedeans again. And that's, you can't support somebody like that. It's a big, big mistake. It's a blunder, not mistake. It's a humongous blunder on the part of the young man, McCarvent, and the Bobby Tude, and my man that not John, all those that are supporting the vice president, Levi Kind, the guys blundered. They blundered. Was Fred Gwyan treated, like you say, he did not get justice, the board of directors did not treat him justly? I don't know the details, but whatever the case is, whether the guys, they didn't give justice or they don't do justice to Mr. Gwyan, that should not be a ground for you to divide your county or association. No, that doesn't show that you are strong. It weakens you. It shows that you chicken out when things are tough. That scary people do those things. And that's why in the U.S., I said, no, I'm staying with the union. whatever Green Court Judeo does, I am not going to allow the guy to do what he is doing, and he goes free. So we punish him. That's how we got to treat people that scatter our community. And Grand Gedeans group, at the end of the day, they will come back home. That's why I expect other guys to put your feet down. Fred Gwyan should throw the 10% or those that are behind, let it throw it. But the idea is we have to protect Grand Gedeans Association. We have to protect Grand Gedeans County. The organization for the county. It's not for an individual. And so when Fred Gwyan goes wrong, no election, whatever the case, you can bring a man by if the man is the right man. Your campaign will bring a man by your vote. And so the people, they treated the man, it wasn't fair, so we'll protest by our votes. But you divide the organization. All right, now go to the next thing I want to talk about here. So we'll talk about the faces of Grand Gedeans. We'll talk about that one, the members elect. And let me talk about the guest speaker now, McCarvent Levi. Okay? You see, I have been following the Grand Gedeans Association in the dark because from the beginning, I was against the idea. Do I know the intricacies, all the things that are involved in it? I'm not going to speak to the details, but the idea is, as a leader, we gave you an obligation. And one of the obligations is to keep the people together no matter what. You are the head. And so things cannot get, when the fools become sharp, you can't get out of the way. No. That's not what we let you for. Then you let us down. Right now, Francis Clark, my things are tough and she can't chicken out. We have a serious problem. No. You got to put your feet down and say, you know what, you get the people giving that mandate, let us find a way to sort this thing out. We got to find a way how we can divide ourselves. I mean, I don't like to sound redundant, but hey, is UK strong because they are divided? Is United States strong because they are divided? Is United Arab Emirates strong because they are divided? Is Russia strong because they are divided? No, just come on, guys. Is Nigeria strong because they are divided? The bigger you are, the more ideas you get, the better people innovate, and they come up with stuff. It makes you stronger. But people don't understand this thing up to now. It is annoying when you watch the U.S. Congress, for example, when you watch the guy debating. I mean, how can somebody say, I want gun? Let everybody get gun. Somebody, when a librarian man will get vexed and say, you know what, we'll declare war on the Republicans. I mean, it can be annoying, but the guy, they found a way to keep your country together. It's leadership. It's not bread and butter. It's not potato, green, and palm butter eating. No. It's a tough thing when you are leading people. But we are here, but we not see what these people do. I mean, so how can somebody say, oh, get a man, everybody got the right to carry AK-47 in the street? It doesn't make sense. But again, people have different way of thinking about things. So how can you convince the guy now who say, okay, everybody should carry AK-47? And they just came out with a deal. That's how you make reform. That's how you work. Things it's not a roller coaster ride. Or, I mean, out of my way or no way. That's the lazy leaders that do those things. And so, anyway, like I got to my man McCarvent, we'll listen to his speech. It's about 9 minutes, short speech, right? And so we'll talk about McCarvent's speech, and I will give my perspective of what I heard from McCarvent. Let's get to that quick. Let's get to McCarvent here. McCarvent's speech, a guest speaker. Now, before I go ahead, McCarvent, okay, I was making a point, I got off track a little bit. And so, with respect to Mr. Gwyan, right? When the organization was established, I noticed, I don't know whether the guy cannot reach out to other people to come and be guest speaker. The same members of the organization, they had to be guest speaker. Something is wrong. Bobby Tudor was the guest speaker at one point. And then the other convention, again, they couldn't find somebody else. They had to bring McCarvent. I'm not saying something wrong with it, but at least bring different ideas. Not people that already agree with you. Bring somebody that will rock the boat. If possible, let it turn the boat over. And nothing wrong with that. And that's why they call me the Akano class of SINOE County, of Grand Gedeans, because I will turn all that thing and while you're supporting it, I will turn everything upside down. You know, I'm like that guy there, you're a troublemaker. I'm not a troublemaker. I am a right maker. I accept things right. I want things to go in the right direction. And so the man cannot bring different person. He brought McCarvent, the other man, Bobby King, try your own utilitarianism, the greater good for the greater number, If you talk here, McCarvent King spoke, be bold last night. Okay. You want to hear people that already agree with you, or you want different perspective. You gotta bring something different to the table. I'll let President Francis Mayo go bring the state lawmaker to speak at your inauguration or something. Or it shows you that you are expanding, but you are still in the same bubble 24/7 and all the thing. Come on, people. Come on. And so, like McCarvent spoke yesterday, let's listen to McCarvent for a second here. Let's see what McCarvent has for us. Let me go over here and then enter the share. Let me play that. McCarvent speech yesterday. The guest speaker for Mr. Fred Gwyan, the Ggad convention. Is McCarvent was the guest speaker? Let me see this one. No, that's not what I need. Yeah, this one. Let's listen to McCarvent for a second here.
Unlike at any time in our history as a people, where the Gedeans have been met by several challenges, we are now confronted with a challenge that is so unique in its existence, so that Grand Gedeans are now the foremost rivalries of other Grand Gedeans. At no point in our history, as a people, did one Grand Gedean find so much pleasure in attacking, disgracing, dehumanizing other Grand Gedeans.
Okay, so hold on a second there. McCarvent, again, I can pull out a lot of literature you guys wrote. I debated with them robustly. The man is saying Grand Gedeans are attacking, is dehumanizing for another Grand Gedean to attack another Grand Gedean. I don't know whether it's not dehumanizing for a non-Grand Gedean to attack another to attack a Grand Gedean. I think in other way, I don't know, but I'm not going to dig too much into that. But I don't know, when McCarvent was writing his scholarly essays, supporting Mr. Gwyan, which he's still demonstrating, it wasn't dehumanizing by then, wasn't it? The people that McCarvent was going against at the time, were they not Grand Gedeans? They were. And that's why the sage of Grand Gedeans and SINOE County, Dr. Ayopode, I said, brother, refrain from what you are doing. Even when I was telling him, I was going against the guys here that are doing the wrong things in our organization, McCarvent is supporting those guys by default. He always supports. So the guys are always supporting the bad people. And so McCarvent now is preaching to us. It is dehumanizing for another Grand Gedean to attack, but you were doing that before. Why now? Oh, now you are coming on the side of Dr. Ayopode? When I was saying it before, it was nonsense, right? You know what the people say? Those of us that sat under the tutelage of the elders, they say the thing that the elder can see when he's sitting down, the small boy can see it. Whether he climbs over Mount Kilimanjaro and standing up there, he will not see it. And so the thing I was seeing, but then now McCarvent seeing it, he growing. And so it's dehumanizing for us to attack each other. Oh, but then it was okay. Let's go into the man's speech. Maybe I should learn him to speak. Then I took note already so I can get my perspective. But I like to engage with the video sometimes.
For 13 unbroken years, we as the people were the victim of attack by other Liberians who, because of our solidarity as a people, thought it was prudent to attack us.
For 13 years!
A mark of death to be labeled a Grand Gedean. But because of our unity, our strength as a people, we triumphed back.
McCarvent said for 13 years, the clans were attacked by the other tribes in Liberia. But they survived because of their unity, the ability to stay together. But the same McCarvent joined the former president to divide the community. I mean, I don't know where the guys are going with their reasoning. It was the people stood together, but then firm. In the Grand Gedeans Association, the fight has no guns. Nobody was taking knife and juking. But then during the war, the people took guns and the people stood together. And they are still together. And then they are in the US. Your father established an organization. And even though no gun was shooting, nobody was taking knife, the method will divide the organization. But now he's preaching to us. But I'm glad that the brother is now seeing the light that I saw a long time ago. We, the elders, we will continue to tell our people the right thing, our children the right thing. Listen to the man.
And because of the grace of God, we made it this short. But so sadly, Grand Gedeans find it so essential to see it as a badge of honor to dehumanize fellow Grand Gedeans. Several years ago, we saw it happen in Minnesota, where one of us was so devalued, was antagonized. He was asked, and police was called upon to kick him out of an event that was causing him.
What do you expect, my man? When people are frustrated, and the man that divided the organization is among the people, what do you expect? You don't expect them to point out. The people want to be together. They want to stay together. And you guys, you say you are the intellectuals, you are the bourgeois class, whatever the title you give yourself, and so you will make the decision. And you divided the people. And the people went to that convention. And you said the same man that divided the people, you can't say on the platform. And the people say, hell no. I will not allow that too. Right now, in times tell Grand Gedeans to come say on the platform, I will not allow that. The man divided is, for me, it's intrinsically in myself that no, you should not divide us, even if you don't agree with me. And McCarvent said, why they put a man? Yeah, I will put you on side. I can't give you a leadership. I can't give my vote to you, and you divide my people. You can't hold us together. But you want to say on the platform? No. You took us to court. You say, oh, you're the leader. You don't want to go in the fight, the post, you got to change your name. It shows that you lose the battle. So the best thing to do is let's come together. And then to go down and crank your leg on the people's stage and you want the people to come celebrate you after you divided them? No, they're not going to celebrate you. They're going to put you outside. And they did that. I was there. I recorded that whole thing when they put Mr. Gwyan outside. Some people are like, oh, don't show it. Okay, just stop the nonsense. And then I will not show it. But when you're doing the nonsense, you don't want me to show it? I will show it to the people. Until we get our act together, I will not stop showing the thing to the people. You're telling us you fought in the war and you survived for 13 years and you came in the US, the people left you an organization, 22 chapters, and you divided it. And you're telling me, you know what? Let us say man can stay on the stage and celebrate him. No, I'm not. You're pulling me out. You're called the Air Force. You're called the Doodoo Boy. You're pulling me outside.
Our Gedeans call it the darkest hour in our history of the people. I find it particularly honoring to be called upon to speak at this critical time in our history, where almost every Grand Gedean associated in the Americas is faced by the calamity of this day, the struggle of this unity. So much so that our blueprint, the thing that made us cry, is no more an envy of the world. The thing that made us Grand Gedeans.
You know why it's no longer an envy of the game, McCarvent? It's because of you and Bobby and others that divided people. The people were envious of the Grand Gedeans Association because of the progress, because of the unity that the people were seeing. But they divided and I say, oh, you wouldn't have that again. Yeah, you caused it. You take the blame. I expected McCarvent to have told the people, I'm sorry for the role I played in dividing the Grand Gedeans Association. I'm sorry. We're going to do everything now to come back on board. And then not to preach to us and not to moralize on us. That was a terrible speech. It was a horrible speech for the man to come and moralize on. You can't kneel before me. That's how you put that. I put you on the right track and you push me away. And now the same thing I was saying now, that what you want to do now. Am I against it? No, come on board. But you have to apologize to us first before you start preaching to us.
Some persons that are willing to go to war to face the death of the whole nation to save one man is now being sacrificed on the altar of pride and political greed. My fellow kinsmen, I come to you today to speak to you about several important things, amongst which is the essence of unity, without which we can never be what we are to be. Today, amongst the tribe of Liberia, Grand Gedeans are facing a profound brain drain. Amongst
when the guy get to know these things, Grand Gedeans are facing the profound brain drain. Do you become stronger when you're divided? And these are the things we're preaching against, McCarvent. Let's have our inner fight. Let's debate the issue, but we should not divide ourselves. It makes us weak. It makes us weak, and we can't do what we're supposed to do for the brain to grow instead of draining.
high school graduates, college universities, Grand Gedeans are the least, because we fail to leverage our resources as a people. And that's why this occasion is so critical. Is to come and speak about the essence of educating a child. Be a Grand Gedean, a Liberian, your own child, or somebody else's child. If we fail to educate children.
All right, so guys, it's just a little bit of McCarvent. It's a 9-minute speech. I mean, you can always watch it and finish it up. But the thing that I got from Ed, he's talking about dehumanizing of Grand Gedean by Grand Gedean. He was also part of that before. I think the first thing McCarvent should have done is to apologize to the union for taking the stance that he took. All right? You can't come and lecture us about something that you did. A lecturer said that come in and lecture us. No, he can't lecture us about being together. And when you already caused the country to be divided for several years. You know, so you are not the right person to speak on that topic. Let's bring neutral person to speak on that subject. You know, and so that when I listened to the man, I was laughing yesterday. I mean, like, brother, you serious? And now you get the great awakening, the thing I was saying a long time ago. So that what McCarvent said, he said they are victims of attack because of solidarity to the Grand Gedeans. All right, now the man is recognizing that. He said unity. It makes the Grand people to survive, but he didn't maintain that in the Grand Gedeans Association in the Americas and divided the people. McCarvent also said in his speech, one Grand Gedean was taken out. Okay, that Mr. Gwyan you are talking about. All right, it's because of what he did. The people were angry. When the people are angry, when they want leaders, and you feel them, that's what you get. They chase people that Blaise Compaoré from out of power because they were doing the wrong things. You know, so when you are proceeding erroneously, that's what you get from the people. It was wrong. You divided people, they are frustrated, and you go there, you want to sit down on that platform, they will put you aside. So yes, I agree with McCarvent, we want unity. And so you come genuinely, come aboard with the spirit of contrition. And not just to bring a few words and then you're not genuine, you know. Yes, we have a brain drain. You spoke of education. Yes, we need it. But you know the problem we have, the educated ones that we have here, are they the one causing trouble for us? Am I against education? No, I'm not. But let's use the education properly, you know. They are educated, uneducated people, you know, and I've seen some in our community here, you know, instead of using the education to empower their people, they divide their people. Reconciliation, yes, we need that. You spoke on that. We have to reconcile, and it starts with the dissolving of the GGAD. You have to dissolve that thing first. You can't have another organization and you say you want Why? So you want get charged to the group on the other side, then one can do power share with the government. Which one? You dissolve the GGAD, the membership is going down. The man is telling you from 150, we now assist it. In the next couple of years, it might be 0. So you just dissolve that thing, your kind of Grand Gedeans Association, let's put the organization together again, let's increase the chapter from 22 to 50. We got 50 states in the union, in the Americas. Let's increase the membership. And start then GGAW and get a SADD SADA and SAPO on. I mean, you are, come on, people. They knew I went. What is wrong with us? They knew I went, as you say. They knew I went. We can't do the right thing for once. We say we are intellectuals. We say we are ideologically, we have the arguments. Okay, let's debate the issue. We can debate the issue and still stay together. I don't agree with McCarvent. He doesn't have to be my enemy. Okay? We can disagree and still sit down and still have fun and still run the organization. Can we find a compromise? Yeah. We can't find a compromise. Okay, what should we do? Let's find a way out. We just have to compromise. That's how we run the place in the spirit of unity. All right? So the man said, if we don't reconcile, we will cease to exist. Okay? That's what McCarvent said. So we want to exist. So you come on board. You dissolve that Grand Gedeans Association. You come on board. Just the same way we are talking about dissolving that SADA. The organization is sick. It's sad. That's why the guys say they are SADA. Sad. The root word SADD something. SAD, that's sad, right? And so we have to dissolve the SADA and the GAW, GGAK. They are not helping our community. No, not at all. Most of you put it. I will talk it. If people don't want to hear it, I will talk it. Others are using the blueprint of the Grand Gedeans. Okay, what is the blueprint that we are using? The division, yes. The people are using the blueprint. Now the McCarvent has started in the GGA. And so our brother now, Grand Gedeans, talk it. Oh, and Fred Gwyan divide Grand Gedeans, we can do the same thing too. It's a terrible blueprint. When a man is referencing, when you reference something, that's something that should be admirable. Everybody says, yes, that's a good reference. But when you reference something that people dividing your people, then you reference that, what kind of thing you doing? It's terrible. That's a bad reference to make. Okay? Reference something that will make sense. You know, say, oh, you hearing the man, they were making argument, the sample that the domain need, we got to maintain it. Okay. What are you maintaining the domain? The idea is you are a functional group. You are dividing your people. It does not make you to look good. Even if you build a skyscraper all over. When you divide your county organization, by extension, you are dividing the county. That's what you are doing. Okay? Yeah, the man said Grand Gedeans in Liberia are at war. I don't know what's going on over there. Yeah, but McCarvent said the people are at war. And it started from here. The conflict started, maybe that was propagated. The same thing. The men that started here, some of our brothers in Liberia, they don't understand what's going on here. But they join because it's sectionalism. They bring all those different things that don't have nothing to do with the whole thing. Let's look at the issue. Understand the issue, and then you speak to it, guys. You're going to the other side, please. All right? And so that's the issue of McCarvent. So I was disappointed in my brother. In the first place, to have joined the Fred Gwyan to bring the organization to this level. I agreed on the part that he said that they want to reconcile. Okay, let us reconcile. But we'll criticize you objectively. So that in the future, you will not repeat what you did to us. Yes. We can't allow McCarvent Bobby Tudor to use. I mean, that's a wrong application of your knowledge, your education. When you help to divide an organization established by your father. That's a wrong application of your education. Yes. Whether Fred Gwyan was right or not, the idea is what? The fundamental question is, what should we do to keep the organization together? And somebody says, oh, and you divided this up. No, I did not divide this up association. I wasn't the president. All I did was to give you the information, what the leaders at the time they were doing. I reported. I did not eat any money in the USAA. I did not cost anybody money. I just talk about it and bring you the evidence. Let's see, we have terrible leaders and we have good leaders. And I will point that out. And that's what I've been doing here. And so you got to, when you go to bed, you pray. I mean, those of you that can pray, you pray for me. that Dr. Yopo should live long to say the right thing to our people. Even though they don't like it, will make them vex. Some of my friends will not speak to me. That's their business. I will see you and still talk to you. The truth hurts, but it must be told. Yes. I respect McCarvent. I respect Bobby Tude for their quest, for their appetite for getting the formal education. That's a good thing. But the way you apply is another thing. The guys will look at me and say, oh, you are dividing your organization. I say, man, I can't join you, let you join Mr. Gwyan to divide your community. I will stay with the parent organization. I will stay with the parent organization. And we'll make sure that the right thing is done. The person that is corrupt will do the investigation. You corrupt will punish you. We can't say because you are the leader, so when you do it, we'll let you go. If something wrong goes wrong, if Fred didn't get justice, let's find a way to give the man justice. But we can't divide the organization. It doesn't give you justice. When you divide the organization, is that justice? No. You just chicken out and you ruin the community. And you are the leader, so the responsibility is on you. When the historian will be starting, on the watch of Fred Gwyan, on the watch of Grand Gedeans, they divided their people. It's the history you're building for yourself. And so you don't want to go that route. If possible, when you are the president at the time, let the board of directors, let it run away and keep the people together. But you run away and you go for another organization, that's a defeat. It's a defeat already. And the notion of challenging board of directors is just ridiculous. In a liberal organization, you challenge board of directors. These guys, they work with organizations in the USA. You fool to go challenge board of directors here? No, but we don't respect each other in these our various community organizations, so we don't care. The board of directors in the organization, they can fire the president if it goes wrong. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. If they found probable cause, they have hard evidence against you, they can dismiss you. But in our community, the board of directors, they can't do anything, and the guys will divide the organization because they want to divide. That's all they do. That's laziness. It's intellectual indolence. You are lazy. That doesn't make you strong. And so, McCarvent, I'm happy that you are coming back on board. That's what we want. Tell your man, Bobby, today you'll bring the organization together. I have said this over and over, and I'll remain consistent. Y'all do the right thing, I will praise you. When you go wrong, I will come here and bash you. Morally, justly. And not to do it to denigrate you or to tear you apart negatively. No. I'm doing so that we'll have ethical people. Because when we have ethical people, we have people that are doing the right thing, and when they are in power, they are relaxed. And I say, no, that person in power, that's a good man. So when a good man is in power, the people will get good results. But when you start dividing our people, they'll be scared when you get to power. They'll say, no, I don't get confidence in that person. Because the history they established here, when things are hard, they will not stand by the nation. They will go by the rebel group. They will go follow the rebel group. No, you stay with the nation when things are tough. Like Abraham Lincoln, this guy did. America is here, so they're still worshiping God, the president 24/7. All right, guys, let me go to my last talking point, and I'll be out for the day. All right, let's talk about SINOE County a little bit here. Let me go to SINOE County. SINOE County. Let me go SINOE. All right, so SINOE County. I want to talk about Crayton Duncan. Representative Crayton Duncan of District Number 1. He wants to contest 2023. He wants to go against Senator Milton Tiaji. Also, we can call him an aspirant. Honorable Zarzar also is going against Tiaji. And so far, I think the other lady, Grace Carlin, I don't know whether she's still in the race. We have not seen her doing a campaign awareness, so we can put our finger on there. But we know like 2 persons so far that are going against Senator Milton Tiaji, Honorable Zarzar and Crayton Duncan. Now, our objective ultimately is to remove Milton Tiaji. That's the objective. But for example, being a Zarzarist, I am a hardcore supporter of Zarzar. So I'm a Zarzarist. Those all that support Zarzar, you call the Zarzarists. Okay? And so, being a Zarzarist, I do not want a Duncan to win. And so the Dunkians, the one Duncan to win. The anarchist supporter, Teddy supporter, the one the anarchist to be there, to tell you to come there again and continue the corruption and continue the degradation of Saddle County. That's what they want. And so, yes, we have a common goal, and the common goal is to remove Teddy. But I have my interest. My interest is I have a candidate who I want to be the leader of the county. Zarzar is not a campaign manager for Crayton Duncan. Crayton Duncan is not a campaign manager of Honorable Zarzar. TJ is not either. Okay? So Crayton Duncan was on his radio station the other day, and he's saying his opponent should not mention his name. Because he is not going against the man. Yes, you are going against the man. You and the man running for the same position. Even though your goal is to remove this guy called Milton Tiaje. Okay? That's their goal. But it doesn't mean that Mr. Zarzar is your supporter. No, he's not. So Crayton Duncan is the only politician I have seen on planet Earth that will say, you know what, I am going against you, but you know what, don't call my name. My opponent should not call my name. I don't want my opponent to call my name. Okay. Why are you in the race? If you do not want anybody to call your name, then Crayton Duncan should leave the race. But Mr. Zarzar is not your political ally. You guys are not on the same ticket. So he can say, oh, don't talk about me. Oh, no, that's not that. What kind of politics? The guys saying want to political, he did politics in school. But he telling somebody, say, don't call my name. No, don't call my name. Don't call my name. The guy is actually, the guy, listen to the arrogance in the guy's voice. You get a guy now here, you know what happened to Saddle County? The arrogance is palpable. When Crayton Duncan is talking, you can see it, you can feel it, that guy when you're talking. The man is just like, he on top of the whole world. Saddle County is for him. The man will be talking. Zarzar, when you measure my knee again, you will see what I will do. I said, oh, you see that, brother? Are we supposed to be intimidated by that? Do we look like cows? They'll call the man cheat. The man will come here in front of you. The man scared. You want to make people scared? Don't call my name. When you call my name, you will see what I'll do. The next time Zarzar calls my name, you will see what I'll do to him. I said, oh, what kind of politician is this? You know, somebody should not call your name. You want to run for office, you want to be a leader, but nobody should call your name. You serious? The black politics is so different. You're listening to the man, not me alone. You're listening to Crayton Duncan here. When Zarzar calls my name, the next time the man will come and get out of the race, then Zarzar will not call your name. You are going against the man, and you said the man should not call your name. What kind of politics is that? When you don't want the man to call your name, they'll come on his side. Hold on, guys. Why is it muted? Oh, I see.
So now to post some of those photos that we take from NOE area to just preserve them.
Because I respect him. He has been in the service for 40 years, serving the Liberian people.
Let's see. Crayton Duncan said something very significant over there. He said the man been serving. Serve. He didn't say looting for the people. Mr. Crayton Duncan said Mr. Zarzar has been serving the Liberian people for 40 years. No, you didn't hear me. He didn't say the man been serving for 2 years. He didn't say 3. He didn't say 14. He didn't say 13. He didn't say 30. He didn't say 30. He said 40 years the man been serving the people. Not looting from the people. Not stealing from the people, but serve. The man is serving the people. Okay, for 40 years. So that's why he respects him. Okay? So the same Crayton Duncan man is saying the man that served the nation should not call his name. And a little campaign ball on the show. I said, look at the show where the guys are on. The man said, oh, we went to Zarzar area, and the picture that we took from there. Okay. You go to Zarzar area, you took picture, so what? Is it the job responsibility of Zarzar to go build houses? to build mountain where lawmakers build houses all over the place before. I mean, these guys understand the function of what the function that they are serving. So you want to criticize Zarzar for not building car road? Is that a job responsibility? No. It is the responsibility of the executive. The guys to do that job, they appropriate the funds for the money to go in the relevant areas, and then the people, the executive, undertake the project. So if you go and take all the picture and bring it, what's Zarzar got to do with that? If you say Zarzar did not sponsor a bill, it will be your fair criticism. If you say Zarzar did not provide oversight, it will be a fair criticism. If you say Zarzar did not advocate for the people, it will be a fair criticism. So you guys don't have, you can go and take all the foreign picture and bring it to us. It's nothing. It's nothing. What is something, however, is Crayton Duncan not sponsoring a bill for 6 years. That's something. Because he's a lawmaker. For a lawmaker not to sponsor a bill for 6 years in office, that's a concern. And the man said, oh, I built Palava Hut. I built the other one. Okay, what the development superintendent will do when you are doing his job. Okay, so that one we want to remove Crayton Duncan, and then we're making the development superintendent of South Carolina, you build the bridges and anything what he wants to build for us. But we put in your area, and the man is not performing in that area, we put him. So he does not belong there. Why you want to elevate a man to go that far? And the man said, nobody should talk about him. We're going to talk about you. If Crayton Duncan does not want us to talk about him, he should leave the race. But he can't tell us that Zarzar should not call my name. If Zarzar does not call, I will call his name. Number one, the legacy of the American librarians in the country is horrible. It's atrocious. And so when the people of Sino County want to make another mistake, this guy was practically broke. And in less than 6 years as lawmaker of Sino County, the man got Gold Creeks, he got Diamond Creeks, he got Cold Story, he got, what you call it, skyscrapers all over the place, people working for him, bringing companies. Where is that guy taking the money from overnight? We have to understand what the history of the American librarians in Liberia, what they did to us. The American librarian guy called Charles Taylor, the indigenous man, gave him a position. And I've seen the same trend again with Crayton Duncan. I've seen exactly the same thing that Charles Taylor did to our people. That what Crayton Duncan is, I've seen the same thing. Let me break it down for you. President Joe made Charles Taylor the procurement man for the government. Meaning he want to get things for the government and bring all this, the government material, whatever the government wants. And so basically the man is doing outside transaction for the government. And so he utilized the opportunity to bring war to the country. I'm talking about American librarian guy. And so we had the American librarian guy that we elected, the people of Sunday elected on accident. They elected him on accident, and guess what? For 6 years, right now, the people are calling him a foreign lawmaker. The man does not live in the country. Crayton Duncan cannot stay in Liberia for 1 month. Go look at the attendance of the lawmakers, the law house. You will not see Crayton Duncan leave there for 5 times. No, the man is 24/7 out of the country. And so in any case, maybe the man can get moved, and maybe the man will get out. When he gets out, then maybe he can ask that we have to make him foreign minister. Because but there is no way we are seeing a lawmaker is a foreigner, he lives out of the country. If you listen to Crayton Duncan, you will say, I was in Dubai, I was in Abuja, the man is not doing anything for the people of Sino County. But then you say, don't call my name. Zarzar, don't call my name. The day Zarzar calls my name again, you will see what I will do. I will leave TJ and attack him. When you attack Mr. Zarzar, you are making yourself better in Sino County. Because Zarzar is the next senator of Sino. So whether you build a chicken hut and you call it gas station or you call it bus station, those things are not going to fool our people anymore. So Crayton Duncan and kind of attracting people and don't call my name. What kind of politician does that before? You know what? Don't take it from me. You'll listen to the man in totality. Let me play that thing so you can listen to the man and say nobody should call any. Somebody that went to school and started political science and say, don't call my name.
Now, I'm going to say to him, because I met him twice. I met him in section on Tuesday, and I also met him to the grand dispute between Zarzar and Lord.
Okay.
And I said it explicitly that Honorable Zarzar, our mission is to unseat this liar that was in our county that didn't talk big boss and don't help our people.
Yeah, that's our mission. But guess what? You are not a campaign manager for Zarzar. You want to take votes from Zarzar, and you should not have done so. You should not have done so because you were agreed upon. And I will play Numbers Law. Numbers Law declared his support to Zarzar, and Crayton Duncan was a body of Numbers Law. But Numbers Law turned his back on Crayton Duncan and said, 2023, I'm supporting Zarzar, whether Crayton Duncan likes it or not. Okay? His own friend in his presence, not behind your back. Numbers Law stood in front of Crayton Duncan and said, 2023, I am not supporting a miracle Liberian man. I am supporting Honorable Zarzar, an indigenous man who Crayton Duncan told he has been leading the country or he has been serving the country for 40 years with no flaw. He said, service to the people and not looting. Crayton Duncan has not been in government for 20 years. Guess what? The man is the richest. The same way Charles Taylor looted from the government and brought war to the country. Crayton Duncan is looting, literally looting for Senator County. The man is a foreign lawmaker. He sleeps in five-star hotel all over the place. He is never in section. So how is he representing us? The man is out there cutting deals, and all he wants is to have a name for build structure and put COD on it so his name to be forget inside the county. We want laws that will change the country. That not just going out there and getting money for yourself. That's not what we're talking about here. So Crayton Duncan said we shouldn't talk. Yeah, listen to him.
And I've never passed to give. If you come and don't find the man that will want to move, if you start paying attention to me and carrying stories around that I told you to don't see this thing, that I told you that I will support you, that I deceive you, then it tells me that I will put you in the same category of you not being truthful.
Okay.
However,
Okay, so the man is saying, okay, Crayton Duncan is playing the truthful card here. He's an honest man. Whatever he says, he does it. That is a fat lie. Sorry for my language strong. Or maybe you want me to be fancy. Right? It's a mendacity. That is apocryphal. Crayton Duncan came here 2019, North Dakota, with a camera in my hand, that's how you put the esoteric. And the man told us he giving us $6,000 United States dollars. All right? And he gave $1,000 on the spot. Up to now, we are not getting the $5,000 because all the lawmakers, he paying for everybody. The man, Crayton Duncan, is preaching morality. He telling us, he accuses us, the man a liar. You lied to us. Since 2019, Crayton Duncan have not given us the $5,000. What is how do you call that? Is that honesty? Is that being honest? No. So these guys cannot get on their propaganda or propagandistic a radio station that they build in Sino County and tell people and threaten us. No, the American Liberian guy cannot threaten the son of the land. No. They treated us before they put chains on our people's necks. And the son of the guy is back. The same way Charles Taylor was talking. Out of my way or no way. That's what Crayton Duncan is telling you. Don't call my name against Zarzar. When you call my name, you will see what they're threatening our people. You give Crayton Duncan 9 years in Sino County, the arrogance will be all over the place. You will not believe it. You can see it right now on the phone. You hear it from the brother. Listen to him.
you have old father, you've been around, and you have been doing what you have. Do not mention my name in your campaign anymore.
Imagine that. Imagine that. Your opponent and you say, don't call my name, don't mention my name in your campaign anymore. Is that a serious man talking here? Crayton Duncan got to get out of the race. They will not call his name. In as much Crayton Duncan wants our position, we will put him under the microscope. He is not. I told you, I made a point to you before. I will say that. I wish I can speak Crew. I wish I can speak all the languages in SINOE County to tell the people in Depot. I will say that you are living inside the creek. You are making your farm next to the creek, but you are not the owner of the creek. That Crayton Duncan get a creek. And you call it a gold mine. I will say that the people in Bongo Jre, the river next there that you are making farm where you get your village, that Crayton Duncan get a diamond mine there. I will say that the people in Zarzar, the creek over there, or the creeks that are there, they're for Crayton Duncan. How is that so? And you want a man senator? You want to make him a senator? And he intimidated, don't call. I want to agree with Crayton Duncan. Crayton Duncan, if you do not want us to call your name, exit the race. Politics is not birthday party. We are not sinking here and dancing. We are talking about the future of our people in SINOE County. You guys were the same people that were dining and whining with TJ in this place. You are the same people. Because TJ has shown his death deeds to you, so you are angry at him. But the guys were dining and whining everywhere with TJ. That's what they were doing. And TJ now started biting them. They can't start eating your own babies now. He's angry with TJ. And he's telling us we should not call his name. Crayton Duncan got to try again. He can try again. He has nothing to show us as a lawmaker. We are not talking about them. The men did not, forefathers did not build school for us. Since 1847, they've been leading the country. Crayton Duncan now saying building school because he won't be senator. Now the man saying building. Come on. And the person that is on record for building or establishing college education facilitating SINOE is Honorable Zarzar. We have a community college. Whether you like it or not, that's his record. The man is on record for building the first high school outside the capital city of SINOE County. When Crayton Duncan fathers and mothers, when they were in power, didn't get time for our people in the rural areas to go build schools for them. No, because the idea, the philosophy was keep the people ignorant and rule them. And that's what they were doing to our people. So they only build the schools in the capital city where they live, and they abandon the majority in the country. I made this point to you before. If you were in Germany and Hitler's great-grandson was running for office, will you vote for him? And if you're a Jew, will you vote for him? If you're a Jew in Germany, and Hitler's great-grandson running for office in 2022, will you vote for him, give him what Hitler did to your children, or your forefathers, and kill 6 million of them? Go look at the history of the American Liberia in Liberia. What did they do to the indigenous people? If you go in the county right now, the land is ours. But guess what? They got Mississippi Street. All the streets are named after the American Liberia. They took the land for us. How is that so? How is that? We can have Number Street. We can have Zarzar Street. We can have Camo Street in SINOE County. It's James Pine. It's Stephen, whatever. They got the Duncans are the one that got everything in the country. Because one, they suppress the majority. The minority suppress the majority. It's called oligarchy. The oligarch, they suppressed our people. And their great-grandson now is coming and telling people, we shouldn't call his name. We shouldn't point out what he's doing wrong in the county. So the fundamental question we can ask you is, we gave you 6 years as a representative. Show us the bill you sponsor. Crayton Duncan cannot do it. But he said nobody should call my name. Zarzar should not call my name. The United Sapper Association, Crayton Duncan get our $5,000. But he says somebody is not honest. You came here and you promised people and you don't pay. Why you call that? How do you call that? That is dishonest. So you can't point finger at Mr. Zarzar being dishonest. You guys agreed. And with not Crayton Duncan, but I will play the video of the late Numbers Law validating the agreement. The Zarzar 2023, we are supporting you to remove the man Crayton Duncan and called a liar, which I agree with him. TJ is a pathological and congenial liar. He will go lie to our people in Berlin, Milton, TJ, and George we are Highway in SINOE County, and we can't see it. That's a liar. So I agree with the application of the language when Crayton Duncan says that. But he can't tell us to not measure his name. When you're doing your private business, you're not getting your politics, you will not call your name. But in as much as Crayton Duncan will use his radio booter for propaganda, that's what they do on our show. They promote Crayton Duncan. I say, look at it, they see outchoring. Something wrong with outchoring. The same way the American Liberians, they use the police in Liberia. The police in Liberia, right? The police officers, they were not American Liberians. They were indigenous people. So the American Liberian guys that were in power, they used the security, the indigenous people, to kill their own people, to suppress their own people. And that's what they are doing right now. Crayton Duncan is doing. He put those indigenous boys in his station. And so they can go against themselves. And I look at it, I say, look at the people. You are not thinking, boy. You guys are not thinking. The guy is using you, giving you crumbs. And like Pierre will say, you don't belong on the table. You have to be on the table to share the food. When Crayton Duncan, when he's sharing the food, you are not there. The green and red are dropping that way you can see. Then you go on the radio over there and praising him. While Crayton Duncan is making and getting everything, the best. When the last time you slept in a 5-star hotel? When the last time? I seen they put some, they say, oh, the Crayton Duncan project in here. I said, that one I told one of the young boys, what you do next time when Crayton Duncan is traveling to Paris, when he coming to New York, let him find where to bring you so you can see development for yourself. And that chicken hot, the man building over there, you're celebrating. The guys, you are not seeing a lot. You are not seeing the word, and so they go over there and fool you. That's what they do. Mr. Zarzar is building. Think about it. Since 1847, the first time for our people to get college education in SINOE County, that only the watch of Mr. Zarzar then. Crayton Duncan, people that couldn't do it. For 130 plus years, they couldn't build community college for our people. And the man telling me now nobody should measure his name. You came in my presence and you make a promise, and you can't fulfill it. And you go over there, you want to be a moral man? Crayton Duncan, you're in trouble with the campaign. I have a dossier, a compilation of evidences, and that we will put out against the brother. For Crayton Duncan to blunder to come and go against a real indigenous son. That chapter of philosophy will not work here, threatening our people. What you call it? G. Henry Andrew. When you're not declaring the winner, the war coming. The angel will come from heaven. That's what Crayton Duncan doing now. Don't mention my name again. Who are you? They can't mention your name. Leave the political realm and we'll not call your name. Once you are not in the political auditorium of SINOE County, we will not call your name. But in as much you're there, and you are going against us to take votes for us, you are my political adversary. I'm going to tell the people you are not in my interests. And we are not making it's not propaganda. It's not polemics. No. In fact, we are giving Crayton Duncan indubitable facts. When something is indubitable, you can't refute it. It's clear. Where has Crayton Duncan spoken on the floor for us before? Where? Show me your video. Where's Crayton Duncan advocating for us? For the people of SINOE County, you will not see it out there. We are in the technological era, everything out there. I follow the section religiously, even though I'm not a religious man. I follow those things. And you can see Crayton Duncan advocating for us. He didn't sponsor any bill. And the man, 1 year to election time, the man said he's building bus station. He brought all buses, and said, oh, he's transporting students to school. You know, I buy gas, I'm running my gas. I said, look at the guy here. For 130 per year, you can't electrify the country and you complain about your generator gas. That's how terrible you guys are. Your parents took the money and put it in your account, and the people are sleeping down and they complain about, oh, my generator running. All I said, look at the guy. You think we don't know the whole story? They want to keep our people down. No. It is about time, because TJ has imbibed the terrible philosophy of the American liberation, suppressing our people. And we can't put Crayton Duncan there and replace TJ and put Crayton Duncan there. It's the same thing. They got the same philosophy. The only difference is TJ can cause people out and Crayton Duncan can cause. That's the only difference. But the guys is about themselves. The man is building all this structure for himself, just the same way TJ is doing. The running radio station competition inside the country, TJ get 5 hours, he been here 106. That's all they're doing. What's the economic value? The economic what value radio station adding to SINOE? When we already have voices SINOE that goes everywhere in the country, why we can support the station? But they want to have the proper radio stations there so they can come and preach propaganda. And know what propaganda is? Offensive way of lying. That's what propaganda is. So anybody say propaganda that lie, that's offensive way, diplomatic or euphemistic way of saying that lie. They lie to you. So the radio station, when you don't want to get lie, go on voice of SINOE. In the diaspora and in SINOE County. Then you will get fact, you will get truth. Because those are the indigenous station. But the other one, you get a personal station. TJ won't know how to call it Radio Gigali. It's there to cause chaos. Okay? So don't get threatening us. Don't call my name. When you mention my name again, but I ain't saying to my father. Now, how you talk to your father? Father, don't call my name again. When you call my name, you will see what I do. That your father you talking to? And that's how the guys do. You know why he doing that? It's because Crayton Duncan has stole sufficient money. How the guy get money, he became rich today, is a mystery. As Mel Jones, he duped an own American librarian. When a man get duped an own American librarian, are you the additional man, you dupe? Y'all go there, y'all go put, I see the Sapo boy and the crew boy and the draper, they say they're supporting that man. You better vote for your own people. The guy like Levi people. Look, I will repeat again. If you were a Jew in Germany and Hitler's son running for office or great-grandson running, you will vote for him? Give him what Hitler did to the Jews? I understand my history. I understand the history, how the guys suppressed our people. You know, the culture of the African people is polygamy, right? Our parents, they can have multiple wives, right? So as a result, they get multiple huts. They can build a huts and the other wife on the side with their children. When Crayton Duncan people, they want in power and they put something in place, they call it hut tax. So when you're one man, you get 10 huts, you will pay for everything one at a time. Now, how they do, the people, the history they established in our country, those are the things that Zarzar fought against. And that one, the man coming here and telling me, oh, you know, Crayton Duncan telling me I shouldn't call your name. Sir, we'll call your name. When you get out of the radio, we'll leave you alone. Yeah, we'll leave Crayton Duncan alone. Y'all go take picture. Oh, we'll take picture in Zarzar town. Zarzar is not a development superintendent. He's not an executive man. When you are in the executive, the mark is there across the country. When you are the deputy minister for administration at the Ministry of Education, you said, why are you there in the country? Multiplicity of schools were built across the country. You know why? Because the men did not want Crayton Duncan to keep fooling our people. For Crayton Duncan to get a master's degree, and our children don't get nothing. They can't build community college, nothing in the county. They took the Nyimpa, they took a Zarzar to give a community college in SINOE County. After 130 years, Crayton Duncan, they can't do it. And the man telling me, don't come on me. After they put all the hot taxes in your bank account, your parents are laughing for you. And on top of that, you looked at our treasury when you were working at the bank with Mel Jones. The evidence, we put preponderance of evidence also against this guy. They're trying to threaten us. We, the majority. The minority threatening the majority. Think about it. You know why he's that brave? It's because the guys sufficiently looted our resources. How Crayton, when you see the man, when you walk in and get gold ring, he put, gold all over the guy. He can't wear this thing nowadays because I'm criticizing him. But Crayton Duncan, before then, he get gold, then he get COD. He get the other one here, COD, diamond, gold. They just all over. Then one guy here, he got the massive rings. He said, I discovered gold on my land. So the people that have been having the land, they can't discover gold. When Crayton Duncan gets there, that's when the gold can come off. Look at the people like we passed that level. Well, maybe you are in Sano now, Crayton Duncan got Biba here, but yeah, I see the work. I see things. I say, wow. And then when I see somebody celebrating Palava hot in Sano County, I say, they won't cry. I said, why, people? Why are we getting terrible leaders? They're fooling our people 24/7. When you go to the mall here, like you go to the mall in America, they call the place what they call the aquatic region, even in New Jersey, right here. I mean, you go underground, the people then can make a whole war underground thing. Then you see the, oh man, somebody over there joking with Palava hot, and they say, hey, give me, maybe senator, so I can be a foreign man. All right, guys, I'm out for the day. Let me see your comments that are trending here. So Crayton Duncan must try again. He has to try again. He's not threatening we, the majority. It's the wrong political move to make. By the way, before I leave, before I forget, let me play Crayton Duncan, own man. The indigenous guy that he was friend with, the late Numbers Law. And hear what Numbers Law said. Crayton, he knew he and Crayton Duncan used to talk. Crayton Duncan had political ambition for the Senate, right? They had all the conversation by the end of the day. Good job. Let me finish. I'll get it pressing, okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it right here.
Okay, thank you. All right. So, Numbers Law did not say, oh, 2023, I will support Crayton Duncan. No, let's listen to me, not take it from me. Me, I'll let you show you the evidence. You'll listen to the great man. Let me end the screen here. The man ain't telling people, say, nobody should call your name. Crayton Duncan, they do that to you. The politics are not scared. How is it that you criticizing a militant but you're doing the exact same thing? You say militant is a bully, it's a tyrant, he doesn't want people to speak freely, but you're doing the same thing to our people. Yeah, listen, you, not me. Let me play the one here from the lake, Numbers Law.
I wish I was still controlling the front pages of a very first-class newspaper in Nigeria. Because tomorrow's headline would have been CDC finally captures China.
Sorry, guys. That's all. Go for me, please.
When we came to the Capitol building, Honorable Zarzar was a member of the Unity Party. Honorable Duncan, our chair, was a member of the Unity Party. And your humble servant was also a member of the Unity Party. Look at what Shargbeh has done. It brought all of us together and said, "You follow me now." From today, we are all seditionists, right? Yes. And we all cannot be seditionists, and some support a CDC candidate, and the others support independent or somebody else. And so, with district number 1, behind Senator Chie, district number 2, who has already taken Senator Chie to his district and introduced him to the people, and the last father, advisor, has also joined us, Senator Chie. We just wanted you to be 35. Now that you are 35, you already president. We don't wait for Uncle Zarzar to join us. Now that he has joined us, I think you should go to your office and do where he has and where he has. Ladies and gentlemen, I am happy. Imagine in January 2024, looking at Senator Zarzar, Senator Chie, Representative Duncan,
Hold on. Let me stop that video over there. He says Senator Zarzar, Senator Chie, right? He said, imagine in 2024, we have Senator Zarzar, Senator Chie. Imagine how Sano County is going to be like. He did not say in 2024, Senator Crayton Duncan. No, he did not say that. And the late Numbers Law and Duncan, they were very close. They were inseparable. But the men stood in the Capitol building when Zarzar joined CDC and said 2023 or 2024, 2023, you will hear from him. Let me not jump before, but the statement he just made, he says Senator Zarzar. He didn't say Senator Crayton Duncan, because it doesn't sound right for SINOE County. For the sons and daughters to be sitting down and you have a donkey. Where in SINOE County you have donkey? Those are foreign names. They don't even elect us. Their own people. So they get different names. The how Crayton Duncan and looking. Listen.
This law and Zarzar replacement who I will name soon. Not today.
He said he would have named the replacement of Zarzar because Zarzar shall have graduated. Zarzar has been elevated to the Liberian Senate. Obviously, his seat in district number 3 will be open. And so by then he said that the representative replacement of Zarzar will be named later. Okay? Listen to the late language law here.
Imagine that picture. Whether they are there when I'm in my district, I speak positively of them. If I'm not there, they speak anywhere, they speak positively of me. I keep hearing people saying the caucus is divided. Because one man say he's leaving Liberia, so Liberia not divided.
Yes, TJ alone. TJ goes. The man said, I don't care. We are still together. One man leaves, and you said the caucus is that people of 5. And one man leaves, and you said the caucus divided. No. So numbers law was my man.
This kind of thing is going on. Somebody chose not to be here. Not because they don't know, but because they don't think they should happen. And because of
they like Satyaji, they don't want unity in SINOE County. And that's what numbers law is saying.
And then somebody says SINOE is not united. Yeah, I really prefer this other unity. Compared to the unity that we causing us every day. And so, Senator, I see some kind of worm crawling. People say, to whom much is given, much is expected. Wow. In 2023, we rob our bank.
Yes, that was a message from the late language law, the lawmaker for electoral district number 2, SINOE County. When they were campaigning for now Senator, he was the incumbent by then, Augustine Chie, they said to whom much is given, much is expected. We are now doing you a favor. We are all campaigning for you. 2023, we need the same favor from you. Guys, y'all wait for me. Let's finish. When I finish, we can play. So what numbers law said right now, Senator Augustine Chie, he said, you know what, numbers law is there. I don't take time for that man to live up to what he said. The man helped me, I don't care. Zarzar helped me, I don't care. I got my 9 years already. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the American Liberian. Zarzar, the help we gave me in the agreement we made and all of that, I'm not going to support you. I don't care for your help. All I want the American Liberian to be the senator of SINOE County so he can loot our resources. That's what I want. Okay? And so Numbers law is saying he's not going to commit that sin. Listen to him.
I mean, you are reciprocating what I have got to do for you. That of soil once
the good that other people do for you, okay? The good that Mr. Zarzar did for Augustine Chie, right now, he say, I don't care for you, brother. I don't care. I'm going with Crayton Duncan. Crayton Duncan is my man. I want a man to get more gold mines and more gold or diamond creeks. I want a man to bring more bookers companies to the county so they can loot the resources. That's what I want. And so listen to what Numbers Law about to tell us now. He quoting somebody, Dr. Sawyer, right?
The greatest sin one can commit is ingratitude.
The greatest sin that one can commit, according to the late Dr. Amos Sawyer, is the sin of ingratitude. When you are not grateful to somebody, the person who is not grateful is called an ingrate. Okay? So, by practice and by definition, Augustine Chie has turned himself into an ingrate because Zarzar there in your favor, and he say, you know what, I don't care for you. The war you are fighting over reciprocity. I'm not going to reciprocate. I'm not going to do you the favor that you did me. No, I'm not. So Numbers Law said, no, I don't want to fall in that category. Listen to him.
Today, Honorable Zarzar, a highly respected reservoir of government knowledge.
What did he say? A highly respected reservoir of government knowledge. A highly respected reservoir of government knowledge. The people who are playing in that place, listen.
As strong as what behind us. It will be a sin for us to see him swimming tomorrow alone.
Very good. It will be a sin on the part of Mr. Nambe or Chie. I mean, Nambe also included because they are in cahoot. Augustine Chie, according to our former lawmaker, Numbers Law, and according to the man he quoted, Dr. Sawyer, the greatest sin a man can commit is the sin of ingratitude. A highly respected reservoir of government knowledge, Honorable Zarzar is giving his support or giving support to Augustine Chie. But Augustine Chie say, you know, I'm not doing this. I'm not 2023. I'm not supporting you. I'm supporting Crayton Duncan.
It will be a sin. For me, I don't want to go to my grave without saying I will support him in 2023 to replace the chief who won't sign it.
Imagine that. And by the way, all the things that Crayton Numbers Law, the late Numbers Law was talking, his body Crayton Duncan was sitting right there on the left turn. And he was saying that with confidence. He said, I don't want to go in the grave with my sin, with that kind of sin, to be ungrateful to somebody. I don't want to be found guilty of that. I don't want to go to my grave with that. All right? Listen.
I didn't say cock out the wood. You're very straight. In the rain, in the sun, my district already don't count this.
Yes. He said, not the caucus. He said, for me, in the rain, in the sun, I will support Mr. Zarzar. I will campaign for him. I will walk on foot because I don't already get a car road there. So I will walk from village to village to campaign, to canvass for Honorable Zarzar.
Go everywhere to make sure this man is 1 out of 5. The other one, you will replace that one.
The man is clear. Numbers Law was clear. He said that man, he was pointing at Mr. Zarzar, his man, when he was pointing at right hand, he left hand side of where his man was sitting. He didn't even pay attention to that brother. Okay? Because Numbers Law understands the struggle. He knew what our people went through. And so he said, no, I'm not going with that American Liberian guy so they can come loot our resources again. No. We don't want another child to come take our country money and come bring war to our country now. No. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, you see it's clear. Augustine Chie, it's not late yet for him to alter course. But if he wants to go in the grave without sin, it's up to him. Somebody did you a favor and you turn your back on the person, your fellow indigenous man. And because of tribalism, he said, you know what? The man is not a cruel man. And so I'd rather go with the American Liberian man, the oppressor of the people. You see how intrinsic the hatred in SINOE County is? To the extent where the likes of Senator Chie will hate certain people because of tribalism. The man said, no, Zarzar is not a cruel man. And so I would rather go for the enemy of the people. I'm not going with Zarzar. I will go with the enemy, the people that suppress us for 130 plus years. I'd rather that man. That the history, I'm not making anything up here. And so that's we have all these pieces of evidence. And I get more. We share with our people. If you want to do what they did in 1997, you kill my pa, you kill my mom, will vote for you. You don't go for Crayton Duncan. They kill your pa and kill your mom, you made your mom and pa into slaves. You can vote for him. It's up to you. But we'll tell you the truth. When Crayton Duncan didn't get there again, the same thing they did. They say they call it divide and conquer. And so they will make your sons and daughters into security officers. And so when you get just grievances and you want to express it, they will put your own children on you with guns. They get that gun. They say, go shoot them. You shoot them. And they will start shooting your own children. That's what they did. And that's what he wants again. You put Crayton Duncan there, you see what happened in that country. See what the arrogance the brother is exuding right now. See it. When you're talking in your speech, Zarzar don't call my name. When you mention my name again, that chatted already there. That chatted into the art. I'm the CEO of SINOE County. I'm seeing them. I'm telling you. You don't listen to me. It's up to you. Let me look at your comments and I'll be off for the day. I'm watching. Mr. Toba, thanks for following the show. The Zuma, how you doing? I really appreciate you for this. He telling our lies around here. The man is telling lies. I'm gonna be telling people. I got plenty of things on these people. Your follow. I'm here watching, Doc. Thank you, Professor. I'm watching. Lord Jedi, count on us and to always provide clarity when necessary. Sagacious Baulu, you are a true journalist, brother. Thank you for your clarity. I mean, what he said. Watching you from the city of light, Greenville, SINOE County, Greenville City, SINOE County. Okay, it's a city of light. Up the word dark like that. Watching from Rwanda, Kigali. Okay, all right. That's the leader in Kigali is a good guy in Rwanda, Paul Kagame. That's the kind of people that we want. And that's the same idea. Zarzar, the other time, where they send Zarzar, they're saying to Kigali to go and see, to see what Paul Kagame is doing. They didn't go send Crayton Duncan. They didn't send TIJ. No, the people know what they are doing in that country. George Weah knows. The great people Slow made that thing clear. The reservoir of government knowledge. Tell man. Representative Duncan only won. Okay. He said, how can you win? How can you win somebody and win your opponent? You won your opponent? Not to talk about you. Is it Representative Duncan only won Representative Zarzar not to antagonize him since, in fact, they are friends? I mean, politically, they are not friends. And so you can say, don't he's not antagonize. You see, the word antagonize is when you say fictitious things against somebody. But the man is not saying lies. He is telling her because Crayton Duncan went there and say, oh, Zarzar there. He brought out whatever team program he said he had over there. He want to explain to Zarzar didn't want the people. And so Zarzar got to explain his side. So if you listen to the speeches that Zarzar made, Zarzar did not antagonize the man. He only explained his side of the story. Because Crayton doesn't want to explain his side. Every story got two sides, right? So Crayton Duncan explained his side. And Zarzar want to explain and say, oh, Zarzar should not talk about me. Look at that guy. We are not cows here, man. That's how you put it. I want to suppose somebody the person. Is that chi? You know what I mean? No, that man, American Librarian. So he doesn't understand. So chi means Crayton Duncan a leopard, a lion. So how can you be buffalo and you want to scare a lion? Is that possible? Representative Duncan only won Representative Zarzar not to antagonize him since, in fact, they are friends. In his mind, elections should not be used to divide them. Accordingly, Representative Duncan had his county tour and always referred to Zarzar as his friend. They are friends. We don't agree. We don't disagree with that. But politically, they are not friends because they are not on the same team. Crayton Duncan got his own team, and Zarzar got his own team. So politically, they are diverged. And so, what you want to say? The man should not tell you. So when Zarzar, when they're doing a debate, Zarzar will be praising Crayton Duncan, and Crayton Duncan will be praising Zarzar. Come on. If that is the case, Crayton Duncan should leave the race. Support Zarzar, and then Zarzar will not explain his side of the story. But you don't want a woman to explain his side of the story, then you vex. You want to explain your own, but the man should not explain your own. Okay? The man, you're in the same race, and you explain to the people you try to buy their votes, and you say you're building a chicken hut so the people can vote for you, so you can go and sleep in 5-star hotel in New York. So the man, they begin, so that thing, according to Representative Duncan had a counter to it. That's not true. Watching you from Negro Town, community, Greenville City. All right, thank you for watching. I'm following my man Morris there from Ghana. Watching. Good evening, Dr. Esoteric. How you doing, Shaggy? Welcome aboard. Thanks for following. Watching Chizifanokon. All right, guys. So I think those are the comments I'm seeing over there. I think Sigisho had a little substance in what he wrote. But guys, we are here to give the people of SINOE County the truth. Nothing but the truth. Whether you are in Liberia or in the diaspora, we will give you the unembellished truth. We'll do that. Because for 130 years, Crayton Duncan people they didn't change our condition. Crayton Duncan will not change your condition. The person that will change your condition is Zarzar. And you can see his footprint and fingerprints and eyeball prints and everything is palpable. You can see it everywhere. You can see it everywhere inside in the country as a whole. When you're talking about deputy minister, okay, at the Ministry of Education, he built several schools across the county. All right. You don't hear it from opposition. You don't want to hear it from me, right? I can put opposition there. Okay, let's judge it. Tell a little bit about Zarzar.
Representative from constituency number 3 in SINOE, Honorable Zarzar. Before Zarzar became a representative, there was no high school outside of Greenville. And through his work, we have a high school in Zarzar.
Am I hearing those?
And I want to thank him for such a brilliant piece of work in our county.
Wow.
I also would like to report.
Okay. The Honorable Zarzar opponent saying that. And this is one of the schools, okay? Next time I will give you a list of the schools. Just one of them over there. So I say these things, before I leave to listen to Crayton Duncan, they say, sir, Crayton Duncan said, I built skyscraper in Jere. I built another 30-story building in Bokon Jere. I built another one in Tuba Town. You are limiting it. If you're not a law, the generally asking, sir, where are you taking the money from to be building all this thing when the government is crying and saying no money and all of that? Where are you getting the money from? You're listening to Crayton Duncan, what you say? Oh, no, that's not that a picture there. Let me put a video so I can hear you. The people ask the man, okay, so you say you're building all the thing and tell where you're getting the money from. Y'all listen to him.
Well, where's your source of income? You get all that money's from building lots of projects and giving people loan, market women, and paying the students' tuitions. Where you get all the money from? Because that can be from the legislature.
We are men. The legislatures don't make us. We make the legislatures.
Okay.
So the legislature is a place that requires men to come in and be able to assist the government in areas in which government cannot reach at a certain time. We know what we are going through as a government. We know the constraint that the executive is going through. So we can't sit back and cross our legs. Coming into government is not to really come in to get money out of it.
Okay.
I mean, so you heard the man. The man asking where? He didn't answer the question, right? Subo. The government does not make us. We make the government. Okay. You know why Crayton Duncan makes the government? Because the man sufficiently looted your resources. And that's why the man makes the government. All right? He said we. When you're talking about we, you're talking about the indigenous, not indigenous, but the American Liberians. We make the government because we got all the resources. We got all the money. We looted enough. All right? Now, what the man in the House of Representatives, in one position, the man wanted to be a foreign lawmaker. So he said, I want to be on foreign affairs. So the man can just be out of the country 24/7. Anytime you hear that man, I was in South Korea. I was in China. I was in Dubai. He's never in session to speak for us. And that's the man you want? I don't think so. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you so much for following VOSD with Esoteric, the platform that can disabuse our people of the politics and the pally shenanigans, the pally chicaneries. You know, they got all this, right? That's what they're giving you. I am here. Nobody going to threaten us. We, the people. We read a preamble. We, the people. And we don't want the man threatening. We shouldn't call his name. Don't mention my name. When they wrote that constitution, I would have hired him. We, the people. The man said we shouldn't call his name. So I'm out for the day. Enjoy the rest of the day. And we'll talk to you another time. Next morning, we'll be on the platform. All right, we are family. We are not here to fight, but we are here to tell you the truth. The right person must be elected in 2023, or else your condition will remain the same. And the right person is Honorable Zarzar. And now the man, we can't tell you where he got his money from. This is the man you need. Have a wonderful day.